Hey, Mendardis.
What is movable rod?
What?
Just asking.
What'd you say?
Are you recording?
Yes.
Okay. Glad you remembered.
I asked if Daniel got an immovable rod.
No, he has an immovable one.
It's a smaller.
No, honey.
It's a
That's
snack
what we
size.
use at home.
You got just the tip.
All right, just because
Hey, that's all you need.
you need to use a vibrator because Stebbins is off sleeping doesn't mean you need to tell us.
Oh.
Good night, folks. I'm leaving.
When you actually get a girlfriend, I'll share with her the best ones that you can buy.
Well, actually.
That's meant as like an insult, but I get to sleep. She's taken care of. There's a win-win in every situation.
I mean, it's not wrong.
I was taking a drink when he made that joke. A little bit spilled on me front.
I was gonna say, did it go up your nose?
Right.
Man,
I knew a little bit.
Bevan, it's gonna suck when you just get every shift every day.
I mean, I won't. I mean, like, I'll do it, but I won't be able to run games then.
Oh, that's extortion. I see how it is.
What do you mean? I can't run a game if I got like a shift every day. I need some
Hey, Hart, you're gonna be his boss, so I'm gonna need you to keep him in line.
I mean, I'm cool with that because that.
Hold on, the music is like ridiculously overpowering on my thing. I gotta
Yeah, rhythm be like that
turn
sometimes.
down rhythm. It do be like that sometimes.
Yeah, like it's a very song to song basis thing. Sometimes it's really quiet and you have to like bring it up, and then other times it's really loud. You have to bring it down. It's kind of like watching a movie. When you bring up the volume, it's a powerful action sequence, and then when the volume's you gotta turn it down. But when you turn it down, it immediately goes to a scene where they're just whispering to each other.
Ha, you peasant. I just have a sound system and listen to it real loud all the time.
All the time.
It's super nice.
My TV just has like the one sound box.
That's what, when we're the live game, you're hooking up through that. So we can hear
hell
the
yeah.
thunder and shit.
Not my tiny little boom, like a little baby boom that I have.
Oh no, I'm cranking that up and we're pissing the neighbors off that night.
I'm all down. All right. So last time, not a whole lot happened last time. We reconvened within the Dragon Rivera's hideout, where you all proceeded to fight and take down the construct, which was the golem made out of gold, made out of the horde of Rivera, taking on the form of a dragon. A fight that culminated with, I believe it was Blanton that took it down with the final strike. With that, you all divided the spoils of gold and magic items. Found a nifty little letter stating that from Rivera to some unnamed master of hers, or higher up, that she was stating that the preparations on her end was done, and that they are getting closer and closer to releasing something into the world, which will then make it so that they are the rightful rulers. And with that is where you guys decided to cast. I think someone now has shit. Someone.
Okay.
I have all the shit.
Someone. I believe someone now has what's it called? It was Thea. Thea used the Hermit card to cast. What was it called? The tent spell.
Now Hart's heavy breathing into the microphone.
I currently send
Leomund,
what we
tiny
came
hut.
there.
Thea casted Tiny Hut. That's what it was. I was blanking on the spell's name. And gave the group a decent place, like a protected place to sleep through the night. Resting, and you all awaken to what you think, hopefully, fingers crossed, is morning.
I
Inside
would
the cave.
also like to tell you, I did put the magical item we came to get and delivered it to my boss. And
Oh, you
he
delivered
should-
delivered it to Thraxus. Yeah.
with a note that said, "Hi, please return. Just study." Thank you.
We have yet to receive a response, but it has Gorb assures you that it has been delivered.
Got it.
When I get up, I'm gonna look around see if there's anything anything else worth my time of looking at weapons or anything like that.
Roll a investigation check.
I'm
Quick-
gonna start drinking.
So the items that were sucked into the beast when it was dissolved, did those come back?
Yeah. You guys have all
Okay.
your little accoutrements and stuff returned to you. All the items that it stole off your person, you still have. Just had to go picking around for them.
I would also like to investigate around a little bit.
Roll another investigation. Out of the find a very shiny rock stems.
I didn't even see what I rolled. I'm actually doing digital. God damn it.
So Mendardis, out of any, out of the board.
God damn it, and that's with advantage.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
You got a 1 on the other one
Fuck me.
for the first roll. So out of the remainder of the horde, you have collected all the coin, but for narrative's sake, there isn't much left other than some piles of copper and some non-magical weapons that you decide not to burden yourself with.
Oh, okay.
Moving on, however, past the horde into the books, there are several large tomes of magical theory and the likes, all culminating into creating transcribing spells. It's like it looks like looking through Rivera's books, it looks like a majority of her work and research were transcribing spells down to scrolls, saving them for a later date, and even coming up and or creating new spells. It looks like that beyond what you have already found, that her research was going even past that, trying to find what is known as lost magic. Roll an Arcana check. 18. So, you, from your own studies and just general knowledge of magic, you know that there are certain tiers to spells, and that the maximum amount of strength that a wizard or a mage or spellcaster can create are, let's say, a 9th level spell. That's the highest a mage is capable of bringing out of themselves. However, there was a period of time in history where they could go even beyond that, where mages and wizards had the ability to lift islands out of the ground, to make cities fly. However, there was an incident in the past that caused this particular brand of magic to become lost to the world and so far inaccessible. It looks like Rivera's studies focus around trying to regain or at least get a moniker of that lost magic back and use it. Okay, yeah. Funnily enough, as opposed to the tomes, the books that would have generally the most information will probably be her own notes and journals. You scrape those up. If you want, you can spend more time perusing them to see what kind of spell, what kind of lost magic she was trying to tap into.
I will save that for later at the study when we get back to the manor.
No problem. So, what's the plan? What is everyone else doing?
I'm drunk.
Of course.
I have started drinking from the barrel again.
All right. Well, you untap. You take it off the hammer, untap it, and just begin pouring it out.
Can
Drinking away.
Can I look around for?
Kegger.
Can I look
I don't
around
think
for
I
like
was here
any
for the
healing
last-
Healing potions.
or
roll
like
an
any poison?
roll an investigation check.
Okay.
Blanton walks over next to Joe and starts drinking out of his own keg.
Okay, I don't think I was here for the last session. Is this Rivera chick the dragon?
Yeah, that's her actual name.
Okay.
You only knew if I'm trying to find the character's actual name again.
What was this construct thing?
It was a massive. So what had happened was the her hoard of gold and treasured items was enchanted to take the form of a dragon when disturbed and attack any intruders, and that's what they did. So they essentially fought the horde personified. You only knew Rivera as Viesa, the elven, like in her elven form when she was pretending to be the high. Are you just? You're redrawing your cards. Here, hold on. Let me get you your deck out. There you go. So yeah, it only yeah, it should. But upon arriving here and poking around, you figured out that her real name was Rivera.
I'm so glad that you explained all that because I didn't hear any of it.
Damn it! Am I cutting
I've-
out? Or
No. I'm driving because I've got to pick Jade up from work because my car shit out on me on the way to the dentist because I chipped a front tooth yesterday. So I'm having a fucking amazing week.
Oh man, that fucking sucks.
So yeah, my
Do you need some booze?
oh, I would love that, but
I don't think he's drinking booze as he's driving though.
yeah, no.
No, I meant in game, sir. In game. Although, wait a second, he can't drink this, can he?
Nope.
Why
Nope.
can't I?
It is.
It is favored by dwarves and orcs. Doesn't mean if he is not a dwarf and or orc, he drinks it and then subsequently dies.
He will burn.
He'll
like a
be totally
motherfucker.
fine.
That's how we put it to the test.
I mean, it's only 2d6 acid damage.
I think Solus would protect me.
It's totally fine. It doesn't have a skull to,
Bless you.
No. It's enchanted so that it does that during battle. Nothing to worry about.
I know, it's totally fine.
Bless you.
Bless you.
It is sneezy today.
He got the Rona.
Oh my god!
Coronavirus.
No, yeah, that meme. We're going at it tonight.
What?
Okay.
Did I miss something?
Do we want to hit? Wait. Does anybody other than Thea know where the tuning fork went?
Thea, did you have told anyone that you sent the tuning fork to Praxis?
I just look over. I have it.
To who?
I just look over and say,
To Lord Theothraxis?
Yes. I mean, that's who she
The
said.
most generous and kind Lord.
Exactly. Go on! If you partake this, if you tell this information to the party, Gorb will definitely be like, "Do not fret, friends. The amazing Lord Sir Theothraxis will be able to crack whatever it is that this item may be."
I can't believe that I forgot that it was Lord Sir Theothraxis.
Oh, fail.
I'm just
Fired.
I'm just devastated that I could possibly forget his immaculate title like that.
Pretty much worthless now.
1 sec, I'm getting called.
Ma! Again.
Leave me alone, man. I'm playing Minecraft.
You okay over there?
Milo!
Bring me some chicken tendies,
And I'm back.
pizza rolls.
do. I forgot to add this.
So, what is the plan?
Did I ever find any healing potions or poison?
You didn't find any
Okay.
poisons, excuse me, as I hiccup through that sentence. But you do find I believe 3 casual healing potions.
Alright, cool.
The normal 2d4 plus 2 in her study.
I don't feel like a normal healing potion would do much for a dragon.
It wouldn't, but
It's
they're
like, it's like a band-aid.
they're magical items, and they hoard them.
Oh, okay.
They're just like, oh, yeah, I'll take that.
No, he was trying to fix himself. He's perfectly okay.
The heck is?
So just out of curiosity, how do we determine how drunk we get when we're drinking this stuff?
I mean, if you're drinking this constantly, I'd ask you to roll me a Constitution check.
Should we just put like one of those beer helmets, that have like the little straws that come down to the mouth and like just slowly walk everywhere chugging?
I mean, if you want.
All right, I'll stop her it for now.
So what's the plan?
Tally ho!
Well, we kind of need the tuning fork to go back to Balasar because we told him we'd bring it back. Shit.
Give us a good reward for that.
Well, we'll give it back when the guy that I work for, I'm looking at it.
Kind of need it.
Oh, speaking of reward, here's what the coin breakdown looked like. I'm just going to type in roll 20.
Is this from the construct? Or whatever the fuck it was?
So that was it, broken down 7 ways.
Is that including what I put in my haversack, or just in? I should include what was in mine.
Whatever Will said, we converted that. So I don't know if that included what you put in yours or not.
Because I've got 1,000 GP plus 70 platinum pieces.
I think I said the breakdown, and you guys decided to just hoard them into the 2 haversacks.
Okay.
Yes.
And so the amount split between the two is what the amount is, I believe.
Gotcha. Yeah, because Blanton just started playing Bulldozer with his new shield.
So, do we want to go back to Balasar, or do we want to go back to our manor, dump some shit?
That's a good question. I don't think we've got a good feel yet on how long it's going to take for the tuning fork thing to come back, so we don't want to go empty-handed, right?
Exactly. So, Thea,
Uh,
how long's your boss gonna be?
I just write another note. I'm wondering on how long you will be. I signed my name. Gorg, can you please send this?
But of course. He opens his mouth.
Dearest love, we hope this letter find you well.
I'm gonna walk up to her, to her slightly drunk, be like, "Is he done yet? Is he done yet?
So I'm going to ignore him.
Is he done yet?"
Can I look around to see if there's any draconic writings we missed?
Roll investigation check.
How about now?
Gorb is simply. Gorb's like, Sir Lord Theothraxis will be complete and thorough, and will answer when he is finished.
How about now?
You don't seem to find anything that you have not found any of yet, Kay. So, I mean, the entire you guys can choose to go anywhere, but you remember mentioning from the Elven Court about sending a warning to the ruling power in Highcrest about the increased activities of the cult.
We gotta do more shit for these people.
But I mean, there's also the entirety of the rest of them. Place it. You're more than welcome to do just heck all. It's up to you. You go to Eastport, but if you wish to go to Phandalin, it is about a 80-mile journey. If you just want to go straight, cut through.
Did we have to go back to Thracis's monastery for something? I can't remember if we had to go turn in or something.
No.
Bang a night, just something.
No, you didn't.
Oh wait, my bad. We're not going.
Unless you wish to go back and check up on it, you did not have any. What's I'm looking for? Obligations to return.
I mean, I'll go check up on him anytime.
So we're in the middle of the woods where the little keyhole is, right? That's us.
Yes. Yeah, as you guys, the little legend off to the side shows you what everything is. Castle Cave City. That's the party. That's the little party token right there.
Oh, there is a legend over there. Look at that.
Well, I know Signa was wanting to do a role play in town. Were you wanting to go back to Balasar, or was any town?
No, it's pretty much any town. It'll become very apparent once I mention what it is.
What does the blue represent on the military map?
The tuning fork thing will come back to Gorbs, right? So it's going to be with us wherever we are. So we don't really have to chill out here. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like the Thea gave it to Thraxis, and Thraxis, improxly gives items to Thea through Gorb. So
I say we go back to town and make more elves feel uncomfortable. What say you, Joe?
Old Rasputin, is that the one that we've?
Yes, dear.
Okay.
Where have you been?
Not paying attention. I think you should know this by now.
Lady Thea? Lady Thea?
What say you and I say I? I don't remember what I just agreed to, though.
Okay, Thea, you hear Gorb speaking up at your side? Testing, am I coming through?
Yeah.
Coming through.
Yeah, you're
Yep,
coming
can
through.
hear you.
Okay, I didn't know if Kay was hearing me. Kay.
She fell
Hello?
asleep.
Oh, there she is. there she is.
Fuck off. Excuse you. I don't need your shit. I get that enough from my other group.
I don't need no man.
Is he done yet?
You watch as Thea. You watch as Gorb opens his mouth and a regal purple letter slides out.
Thank you, Gorb.
If you wish to read this in secret, go to Whispers, or if you just wish to read it out loud to your friend, to everyone.
Secret, secret,
Okay.
secret.
Of course she does.
Don't be a turd. Fuck.
You know, we don't have secrets among friends.
We do. So she's not a
I don't think
fan.
she likes us.
I don't think so either. Maybe we're not her friends.
While she's off reading this letter, I'm gonna go over to Mandartis and be like, "Hey, you wanna try this?"
Fuck yeah.
Roll for poison. No.
I'm gonna stand by with lay on hands ready just in case.
Hey, it's okay. I prepared cure wounds.
So what's the closest city? Is that Balasar?
Well,
Looks like it.
Yeah, it looks like Balasar's close, but it also looks like the Lord's Alliance Keep is close, which we have access to. Since, technically we're a part of the Lord's Alliance, aren't we?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Are we supposed to take the tuning fork back to Balasar or to Highcrest?
We're supposed to take it back to Balasar because it was kept in the vaults there.
Right.
But because Kay's dickhead of a boss basically stole it from us.
Oh,
hi,
yeah.
Kay.
I very much. My first thing I found was that so I could send it with no one getting in my way. That was the first thing I did.
Is he done yet?
So how much money did they say they were gonna give us?
About 1,000 pieces, I believe.
How many pieces?
1,000.
1,000. And that's split between us all.
About 140.
So my boss gave us a different job opportunity.
That
Ooh.
Oh,
If we
did
let
he?
him study it
Away from
longer.
all of us in the
uh,
Whisper channel.
If we let him study it unbothered, he's going to send us a professional work of his.
Like a tasteful nude.
Yeah, probably.
what's a
Ooh.
professional work?
It's a boudoir.
A magical item that is unlike anything we've ever seen.
I've been told that before.
Inside check.
I was just gonna do that.
I've
Yeah.
not seen a lot of stuff, so that could be a true statement.
Oh my
This
god.
entire conversation is just going over Joe's head.
That's 7 foot. That's impressive.
She is 6'8". Thank you very much.
Close enough. All sparkly.
Can I try an insight check her as well? Mine probably wouldn't be better.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Wait, can Joe do one? Wait, can Joe do one too? Just because it's complete, like, mine's going over my head, but I want to do it too. Hold on. I
Awesome.
want to do it.
High five.
Ah!
Oh my god.
The
Cygnus
orc
gonna-
just goes 22.
I rolled a natural 20. Give me the deeds.
Nice.
Oh my god.
I mean,
In a sudden state of drunken insight.
Thea,
Oh my god. What happened? Did I just break it? High score. What is that bad?
Yes, Will?
you know how this game works. Impart any knowledge that you wish to impart upon the party, using their insight checks as a working point.
Alright, Samandar's in the car.
I mean, you can like
know.
just message me about it if you want to.
Well, they also got it.
Whoa,
Okay.
that's horseshit.
Oh, am I like allowed to pull like Dominica into the whisper channel with you? Can I
I'm-
do that?
I can read lips.
I'm sorry, but that was
Ew.
glorious.
Will. Will, please, can you repeat it for just Dominica?
Like what? Like you want me to tell Dominica the exact wording of the letter?
Yep.
I mean, sure.
Yes.
I'll pull Dominica into chat as you meant.
Yeah, I thought we got it too.
I
You guys
thought we
got it
were in
fine.
the trust tree with.
I am going to give you my explanation.
Oh, see, now no.
This is gonna be not accurate.
Wait until I come back because I want to hear her explanation.
All right.
Sorry, 'cause I didn't go check my AC in the first place.
I don't trust this already.
That's the funniest shit I've ever seen. That's such D&D luck.
Okay, I say we take the tuning fork back for the money.
I don't know what
Blanton's
you're
still
talking
just
about.
drinking.
I'm completely truthful in anything I said.
Signa's in the background, still working on his cartwheels.
Lies. You're back there playing with your button.
Button on, button off.
The person who everything was going over the head of.
I know. The fuck. The drunk one gets it.
Gee, if only my wife would be nice and. I'm not.
This is the funnest thing I've ever done.
Cool.
You just know that this whole time, like every few seconds, Blanton keeps saying, "Is he done yet?" Just keep that
So
playing.
should we keep the fork or should we take it back?
All right, okay. So give your explanation. Go for it.
No, I'm staring at the orc. I'm totally like,
We don't know that.
I know.
I just look over. I said everything in truth and only but the truth.
So help
believe
me
it.
God.
I don't
Wait.
believe it.
Only but the truth?
Yeah.
That means not the truth.
In my line of work, I've learned when somebody makes a big point to how truthful they're being, chances are they're not being truthful.
And that cheats drug school?
So go ahead and tell your boss we're gonna need that tuning fork back immediately.
So I'm just gonna look at. I'll look at Thea and I'm gonna be like, but like, what would he give us?
We look at. I look at Joe and go, should we listen to her?
I mean, she's the one with the swirly tattoos.
I say we all put it to a vote.
Oh my
That's
god.
not an answer. What's my inside check?
Let's go ahead and roll an inside check.
It's terrible, but we can try for it.
To me or to her?
No, just what's my inside check?
Let's just inside check everyone.
This is ridiculous.
Oh,
It's okay, hit
11.
Let's just take the fork, return it, so
suck.
we can
That's
go
higher
back to
than
a
half.
city.
Yeah, let's just.
You all feel that Thea is being honest.
So I'm looking at Thea though, and I asked a question. So, but what would he give us? Like,
I mean, we can ask
specifically.
him,
Let's
but
ask
I'm
him.
pretty sure he'll only tell us if we say yes to his offer. Which, by the way, I'm more inclined to give it to him. The pure fact, I don't really like the others.
Do we have to give it to him before he'll tell him what he'll give us, or just say that we'll give it to him before he'll tell him what he'll give us?
He's the only one who has it, so I don't think that's gonna work.
So, no, wait a minute. Because the way it was worded, do we have to give it to him, or do we just have to let him borrow it for a long time to study it?
He said to study it as long as he wants, unbothered.
We already know this is an old coot, so that could be a really long fucking time.
I still want to return it.
Yeah,
We
kind
really
of in the-
can't return it because how are we going to get it back?
Well,
It is literally not a paradox, but we're kind of.
Well,
Let me
definitely-
study it. I have it.
I'm
Well,
kind
I'm
of in
sorry,
the
but I don't
fuck those
agree with
guys
this.
camp.
I'd like to have a different. I'd like to get a second opinion.
Essentially,
sir.
what he's doing is to be like, "Here, I'll give you something if you stop bothering me about this."
so I'm gonna
So
look
what
at
we
Kay.
should do is bother him more.
Is he done yet?
Well, if we.
I would
Okay,
like to write.
can we get it back if we want to? Are you going to give it back to us?
Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna start writing down everyone's opinion on it. I'm gonna put their name under them, and I'm gonna say for 6 times, one of them is gonna say, and you know who you are. Is he done with it? Is he done with it? Is he done with it? Is he done with it yet? Is he done with it yet?
Gorb.
Yes.
Corv. And I say my piece of, yeah, I'd rather trust you with it. I'd say that one of you is like, what would we actually get?
One doesn't trust you at all.
Because if he's not going to give it back to us when we ask, that makes me not want to give him anything else again in the future. And also, Ray, it's going to put doubt in my mind as to our new friend.
And I write them for Okara.
All right. Well, so you write and do you send the letter?
I say, love your loving messenger. And I send it back.
All right. Some time passes where you all stand around awkwardly.
I've now started riding Mesbert around in circles in the cave.
Another purple letter is expelled from Gorb. To which you pick it up and read it.
I read
It's
this one
stating-
out loud.
It's stating, I am prepared to give you an item that I have crafted. If you would wish to make a request, whether it be a weapon, artifact, or armor, I'm willing to oblige. I will deem what artifact, weapon, or armor is of suitable quality in order to repay your group for efforts that you have done in gaining this item.
Like just one item or one per person?
He said an item, weapon, an artifact, weapon, or armor. So it leads you to believe just the one.
I'm only
Well, if it's just the one.
We should fucking annoy the shit out of him. Just see if he would love that offer.
I feel like we shouldn't bother him anymore, cause like, I've learned that if you keep poking a bear while it's sleeping, it's not happy.
So,
just
do you
try and
guys
fuck
just want 100 gold or magic item?
When Blanton hears Joe say the thing about the sleeping bear, he says, "Is that how you got your hoodie?"
No, didn't one of you give it to me?
Yeah, I believe you took it off the body of someone.
Yeah, it was one of the dudes at that one castle. The really
You know
big
that one
mountain
castle?
troll.
Think she can see that. I say the magic item. We have gold. It could be a really awesome magic item.
Or it could also be really shit.
It could be, but
And then we can send
that's
it
the
back.
spice of life. So he's allowing us to take the magic item, send it back if we don't like it, and then get the gold? Or is it all sales are final?
I think it's all sales are final. I'm good with fucking over Balasar. I just don't trust him.
We can always just go kill him if we don't like what we get.
This is true.
I like this plan.
Can we kill him though if he's in another dimension? That's the problem.
Yeah, we just hop in Gorb.
We
and I'll take it
hop
right
in
to him.
Gorb. Yeah, look. Gorb, send us to Dickface.
I put my hand out to Gorb. Hey Gorb, can you eat me?
I look at Gorb. Don't answer that.
Bite my shiny metal ass.
Well, then, do we want to head to, since I guess we're leaning towards letting him have it and leaving him alone.
Writing down message.
Do we want to just head to Highcrest, or do we want to go back to Phandalin and drop some shit off for the manor?
Dear Lord Balasar, hope this letter finds you well.
Do we want to let Kay in
They
our
have
manor
agreed
since she's
to
not
give it to
going
you.
to give us our
Stop.
phone back?
Get your hands out of my face, whispers.
Nobody said Kay had, Thea had to be in there.
I keep calling her Kay. Why? I'm so sorry. I keep saying your characters. It's Thea. Sorry about that, girl.
Sorry.
So it's going to take us a few days to get back. So how long, at this point, DM, how long have we been gone from Phandalin?
From Phandalin, let's see here. It took you about 3 days to the Imperator Temple, about 2 days to the Balasar, and about a day here. I'd say you spent a couple of nights in each town, so it took you're about a week and a half away at this point.
And there's no clear-cut path from here to there, so we're probably looking at, another 3 or 4 days of travel?
Yep. If you just go straight through, like don't stop at any towns, don't just walk nonstop to Phandalin, about like 4 days of travel.
Okay. So we've only been gone a little over a week and a half. Do we need to check back in Phandalin? This is to the group.
I mean, I'd rather. Need to? No, but it might be nice to find either a bank or something that we can put all this gold into, so we're not carrying around a fuckload of gold.
You're an adventure party. It's pretty much par for the course with it, but
I mean, when we have 2 haversacks full of gold, that's quite a bit to carry.
Pretty valuable. If you lose that shit.
Right. Okay, so here's what I would say to the group. This is Mendardis's people. I'm with him, whatever he decides to do with the tuning fork. If he wants to give this unseen coup to try to do something with it, we can do that. If he wants to take it back to his people, we'll do that. I'm with you.
Well, the issue is Thea here already gave him the fork, so we're not getting it back until he's done with it. So we kind of can't report back to Balasar without the fork, because they already don't like us, especially me.
Well, then let's head to Highcrest, buy some time, and see where we're at with Sir Klepto.
And get fucked up?
Are we just delivering a message to Highcrest?
yeah, you're just delivering to the ruling powers, just delivering them what has essentially been happening at what like the increased activity of the Broken God cult, and telling them, like they have requested that you tell them so that they can start taking action.
I'm assuming it's gonna be about a day and a half ish travel.
About a day and a half of travel.
Okay. I mean, fuck it, let's go to Highcrest. Maybe we can get some good shit there too. Because Highcrest is the capital city, if I remember correctly, right?
It is indeed.
Okay.
So yeah, so I say we go there, And if we want to, then we can like maybe swing over to Cragbaugh, then down to Fandolin, and go that route and get back home.
I'm good with that.
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
So, are you returning a message to Thraxus?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm currently writing as they were talking.
All right.
It just says "fuck you, pay me."
You slip it in. After a while, you all wait, and then all of a sudden, Gorb starts to shake, and he opens his mouth and he spits out a small, what looks to be an acorn. That
Oh, he fucked us.
not a pine cone is what I meant to say. A pine cone that pulses
Fucked us even more.
with this low green light, and there's the stem of the pine cone breaks up and out, and you look at the stem and you pick it up. It almost looks like a key.
I'm gonna pick it up and touch Gorb with it.
Gore breathes it out, and I guess I'll just give all players the explanation. It's in handouts.
Whee!
Ooh,
Oh, the
Oh
spiders.
my.
that's a lot.
Oh my.
This large.
Oh.
Oh fuck. Okay. Uh-huh.
Holy shit. Blanton's not read this much in his entire life.
Crap, I can't enter the door.
You can shrink.
Can I?
You're considered. No, you're considered medium.
Alright,
Yep.
sweet.
Because large is pretty fucking huge.
Yeah, no, large is well. It's really weird how large works, how the sizing system works. Because a horse is considered a large creature, but also a baby also a wormling dragon, and a giant. So you can and so is Nesbert a giant goat. So it's kind of on like a sliding scale.
Gotcha.
Like a horse is a large creature, but like I'd say, yeah, you could fit a horse through the door, but a fucking giant, no, not happening.
So if we wanted to bring like Cthulhu with us, it would just be a no-go.
Mm-hmm.
We got to figure out where we want to plant this seed and have our new fortress of doom.
Yeah, you said this is a foot long? Yeah, it says it's a foot long. So who's got the space in a bag or something?
I do.
I mean, Gorb is a bag of holding.
A holding, yeah.
Maybe somebody else should hold
I
it.
think we have multiple bags of holding
I was gonna
outside
say
of
we
Gorb,
have
too.
Well, our haversacks
I have
full of
two.
coin.
Currently,
I've got a bag of holding, and no, we distributed it. Everybody should have their own coins now.
Yep.
Did we
Oh,
distribute
okay.
it out? I thought we kept it in the haversack. Okay, that works.
I mean, if you want to keep yours in the haversack, you are welcome to, dear.
The seed is accompanied with a purple note that says, "I hope you find this adequate payment."
I'm writing back. Thank you very much.
Joe draws a smiley face.
Sure.
Since I have
Magic beans. Got it. Whatever.
Since I had the room in my haversack, I just put it in my haversack. And I'm like,
Alright,
alright, when we find a place to plant this, we'll plant it.
Talk about he really knows what a magical item is. Fuck.
I mean, that is pretty epic.
That is pretty dope. Off the high crest.
Alright.
Okay, so let me get this correct. Somebody has to attune the seed before they can plant it.
Yeah, you
for
have
it to do anything.
Someone has to attune to the seed and then plant it,
And then the one attuned stem
Yeah.
attaches to that person.
yeah, they deem who's loyal, who can enter and exit.
Yep.
I mean, who can enter.
Okay.
I'm just holding on to it. I don't care who actually attunes to it. As long as it's not Thea.
The fuck?
I don't trust you.
Why the hell not?
I mean, you're literally, we met you as a creepy cat lady in a bag.
That is not at all how you met her.
You met
Isn't
me.
it?
I got caught by the spider guy, and then we met again when I was in jail because I was.
Both times you ran into Thea, she was in chains.
Yep.
And I thought she had a cat. Isn't that where Jack came from? Didn't she have a cat in a
No.
sack?
No. That was you killed an ogre, and the ogre had Jack in a sack.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, I say we go to High Crest.
Jack was in the sack and was about to be a snack.
Jack, Zach.
Jack would
Yeah.
How about we go down by the bay and eat some hay?
We just.
All right.
What
Go
do
to
you?
the high crest.
You all exit back out through the tunnel, and you find yourself once again within the dark forest. And as you exit out, you all in tandem say, "Fuck."
Fuck. Where were y'all at on that one? Uh-oh. Owlboy's back, huh?
No, he's not back yet, but you do find yourself once again in the dark forests.
Who's is doing that?
Oh, Thraxus is back.
I am back.
welcome back.
So, who wants to try leading yourselves out of the forest?
So does it look like where we started, or does it actually look like the mouth of the cave that we went through to get in here?
You are once again you find yourself, you swim through the lake. Funnily enough, the lake doesn't hurt you as you swim up. Chanted maybe, but you swim up and out of the lake and find yourselves back in the lake area of where.
And so we got the same 3 paths again.
You see only one path in and one path out.
I'll send Nesbert down the one path.
Nesbert follows it. Roll a survival check for Nesbert.
Survive.
It'd be a wisdom for him.
Yeah.
Nesbert finds his way out of the forest. Well, out of the dark part of the forest and into just more forest, really. But he finds himself out of what is the creepy enchanted way.
Okay. And because I was in tune with him, I know exactly which way he went, right?
Mm-hmm. So you can roll a survival check at advantage to follow Nesbert's footsteps.
All right, with advantage. Watch me roll a natural 1 now since it's me.
15. That's good enough. You did roll a natural 1 though in that kerfuffle, but you had advantage.
Yeah.
But so you say, "Follow me. I'll do this," and you follow Nesbert's trail, and eventually you find yourself out.
Follow the drunken dwarf.
And just in a normal, that's the title screen. In a normal, everyday forest. So you guys is heading for High Crest then?
Yes.
So in the interest of time, unless there's any interactions that you all wish to have or any conversation you wish to have during the day and so worth of travel, is there anything that you wish to do during this day of travel?
I'm talking to myself, which I already told you about. So
Okay.
Where are we?
The key.
You
Can I
Here.
make a check? Would I know about High Crest?
yeah, sure, roll a history check.
History. 14.
So, wait. So, Highcrest is essentially the capital city where the ruling powers are. The king and his high council. It is a city where magic and those like it tend to congregate because the high school of magic resides there. It's pretty much it's a very active and highly populated city. Plenty of fertile ground, as well as it is not too far from the Lord's Alliance Keep, where you recognize that as the main Lord's Alliance Keep, where you recognize that as the place where Sildar, the man you met, not high school of magic, high space school, the leading school of magic.
Like Hogwarts.
Would this perhaps be where I left due to the facts of people trying to steal my shit?
Yeah, if there was yeah.
Oh, great. I'm going back here. Fantastic. I
Get over it.
says the one who doesn't even like where he lives.
It's not where
Are we walking at the we're walking at this point, right?
Yes.
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 Yeah, I go and I pick up Kay and I just start walking.
DM, quick question.
Go ahead, shoot.
Did Jack Lynx level up when we leveled up?
Yes, he would have.
So he's a warrior level 2 now.
Yes, so he'll have another HP die, and actually, let me look at sidekicks and what level 2 ability he has. As a warrior level 2, he gains Danger Sense. Beginning at second level, the psychic has advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that it can see, such as traps and spells.
Danger zone.
Who's
Do we plan on swinging through Lord's Alliance Keep, or are we just skipping that as we go through?
I think we can go back to that later because we have no reason to go there right now.
Gotcha.
I mean, we probably will later.
So, is there anything anyone would like to do? Anything that anyone would like to conduct, or?
I think we're just trucking at this point. Uh-oh, it disappeared. They knew we were coming.
So was I able to pick up or
Dio destroyed it.
What were you trying to pick up?
Thea.
Oh, were you, just
she
pick,
was complaining.
pick her up and
Yeah.
hold her or something?
Yep, I just pick her up and throw her over my shoulder, fireman style.
You do just that. Unless,
Ah,
unless they try to fight.
I'm not gonna win this battle.
good girl.
All right. So, a day passes. Shit,
Wait,
did
what
I-
level am I supposed to be?
6. You are 6 currently.
Fuck.
Quickly levels up.
There you go. Shenanigans happen. So, here, let me find up a decent.
Ah.
That's old. No, that's not it. That's towns. Play. There you go. There are. So, you awaken on your your next day of travel goes by, and around just before afternoon, I'd say 11 Z's, you reach the high gates, the massive gates, or at least one of the 4 high gates of Highcrest. And you approach it, and you see a couple of guards against the high, like a handful of guards against the high gates.
Are they hot?
They're an assortment of individuals. A couple it's a couple humans, some elves, a half elf, and a female orc with her hair tied back into a ponytail. Who
Is she hot?
A good degree of battle scars. Typical orc, half orc physique.
So she's
Muscular.
Sweet.
Her red eyes and black hair that she has tied up into a ponytail, and it's her that walks up to you all and is like, "State your business."
Well, hello, they're gorgeous.
Pleasure.
Drinking.
Just carry. State your business.
We have a message for the king. I think it's the king of Queen we're supposed to deliver it to.
She looks you up and down, and what is this message?
We have news from Balasar and the temple. I can't remember what it's called.
She has a very skeptical look on her face, but then you hear one of the half elves from the back. It's like, "Oh yeah, I think I remember the guard captain mentioning something like that." And she turns to him. He's like, "And you didn't think to tell me? I didn't think they'd be showing up today." And she's like, "Let me just double check this." And she goes off and comes back after a while. I was like, "All right, everything, your descriptions match the description given. Of course, you're probably going to be checked again by the royal guards when you get there. Would you desire an escort straight to the capital, or?"
Are you gonna be our escort?
No, I'm going to stay here. I can charter a few of the other guards to escort you there. Or, you all seems to be pretty well handled. I'm sure you can handle it yourselves. But keep in mind.
To have the quickest route possible so we can deliver this message and then be on our way.
All right then. She whistles, and then eventually about 4 typical city guards come around and say, "Follow us," and they'll flank you and lead you through the city streets. You're not given much time to. They're pretty quick about it. Now that you're here, they feel like speed and expediency is much to the is of the highest priority. So they push you past all the people, and you see a couple of rude looks from some ongoers as they're pushed aside to the side of the roads, and you're pushed through the outer skirts of the city to all the many districts until you're hit into the a very high end and proper looking part of town, until eventually you do reach the essentially high walled, and Thea does a backflip.
No. I just acrobatics my way, and I just, in Joe's grip, I just moved to the fact I'm just sitting on her shoulders now.
Okay.
I'm
So-
cool with it. I dig it.
What are your guys' passive perception?
Ooh.
12.
12.
Non-existent. See, what's your passive perception again?
With
10
plus
plus-
Where it's at on the sheet.
It's what?
10 plus your perception modifier.
12.
Oh, 10 plus perception modifier, so
11.
Oh, I thought it was just wisdom.
It's your perception modifier, yeah.
So 15 is mine.
All right.
that should be
Hey, well, aren't you perceptive?
13, I think.
Oh, well, then 14.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Joe's
I have,
looking at the pretty clouds.
I have a 23 passive perception.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, you get that feet.
I
Right?
just realized I was on mute. Mine is 13.
13.
I'm currently calming Gorb down because he wants to talk to people.
Yeah, he's pretty excited. Much like how how like you've seen people on like soapboxes preaching, their gods and stuff back in the day. That's Gorb to anyone he passes by about Theothraxis. Have you heard the word? And they're like, what the fuck is that bag talking? Thraxis,
Hello.
you don't see it, but a brush, like you see something fiddling with the clasp on like Joe's coin purse, and you don't see something happening, but you see you don't see what's doing it, but you see that something something is causing the coin purse to lift open.
They've got their hands in my tits?
Hmm.
I don't know about you, but that's where I keep my money.
She's a proper lady.
It's very awkward, also considering how much you have.
They help, it
Like,
lifts and
I'm
separates.
like I'm no expert, obviously, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure how extensive a boob pocket would go.
I mean, she's a half orc, so there's probably room to play with.
I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire.
Okay. That's actually a good question. So you cast Fairy Fire on this, and I'd say here. Let me roll something. It's not a person.
Mage hand.
Yeah, so you don't say anything. You just cast fairy fire, right?
I mean, he said
That's cool.
you hear the spell come out, and you all watch as Thrices just paints you all in a shower of golden sparks, and the golden sparks do land on what looks to be a disembodied hand trying to force its way into Joe's
bosom.
Joe's coin purse. And
Hey Joe, you might want to take care of that.
as you all
What
turn,
the
you watch as you all turn the look, you watch as the hand is immediately fizzled out, and like several of the guards like fucking thieves, and they like grab their spears and they like start looking around. But
I am looking around to try to figure out who the hell was in my bosom.
roll a perception check.
Gets natural 20 again.
Can't tell. There's a lot of people pushed off to the side, grumbling, and you start immediately looking for a shady character, but there are plenty of people wearing cloaks, and you're just like, shit.
Can I see? I am higher up, so.
I mean,
That's true.
anyone. You won't get advantage, but I'll keep it into consideration. Go ahead, roll. Nope. Neither.
As I say, what the fuck, I turn really
Pretty
fast
sparks.
and she falls backwards, and so, like, her legs are still dangling on me, but, like, her knees are bent, so her head's, like, down by my butt right now.
Can I investigate to see if I see where anybody came from, or if I see something, maybe?
I mean, no, not really.
Oh.
You fall off of the shoulders.
Yep, and I fall.
Just eat dirt.
Ow.
It wouldn't really be investigation if you're trying to find the individual who is. It's more of perception. Perception's like using your eyes and ears and senses to try and sense what's around you and pin down. Investigation.
Can I roll?
Like taking your time. Yeah, I mean you can certainly try.
This will be fun.
15? No, still. You are a. Oh, okay. You just don't have a. I was about to say. Never mind. Anyway, so you all just freak out. Guards look around, start like pushing people, but they're like, trying like just pushing past and like, we lost them. It's sorry. It's those damn. It's probably one of them.
Them.
Who's them?
They call themselves the Ravens.
Oh, the them.
Caw-caw!
Do you know anything?
They're the local thieves guild. Come on, we'll get you keep going. We'll keep tighter security around you.
I'm going to.
Didn't you just say Jack has a thing for perception? Like, wouldn't he be able to somehow sense this?
I do not think I did. He has a perception relying on. He has advantage on perception checks relying on smell. However, unless he gets a whiff of the individual in question, it wouldn't really work.
Yeah, they're filthy criminals. They would smell like shit.
Yeah, but
I get a feeling a lot of people here do.
they were using a spell to try and like what Jack needs is kind of like a hunting dog. He needs a scent of them.
I said consummate V's. Consummate.
To try and track them down. However, you did not getting like anything of him, so now this is a perception check. And there's a lot of people in the town, a lot of smells mixed together. It's not like you were empty and he's trying to pinpoint one. Is someone drawing that like one dragon from Strong Bad?
Oh my god, just off yourself now. It's Trogdor.
Alright, well,
Trogdor was a man. Or maybe he was a dragon man.
Maybe he was.
Burninating the countryside. Burninating all the peoples.
Wait, he needs wings. Hold on.
Yeah,
You
we're
also
gonna
need
call it for the
another.
night at this point.
You also need another eyebrow.
Yes, I know.
So anyway, as far as my in-town escapades. Oh, okay. Consummate V's.
alright, so
Alright, castle yet?
without further shenaniganeries, minus Thea trying to sneak off.
Grab her by the collar.
I
No,
don't
no,
wanna
no,
go.
we're going this way.
Sorry,
Put her in the bag of holding.
I don't like calling you out like that, but unfortunately, what you rolled was lower than their passive. They would have noticed.
I know.
Louise. So
I don't wanna go.
you are all led to the essentially the castle of Highcrest. You're pushed in and past the large, wide open doors into this grand hall, and up and into a sort of essentially not like you expect to be going into a throne room. However, you are instead brought into what looks to be a planning room, like a war room. Like a handful of individuals are there milling about. One in regal. You see a dragonborn in regal, glowing armor. What looks to be an older mage, like sort of like Gandalf style, except his beard is like way shorter, and he's like if Gandalf was young and had a decent fashion sense as Gandalf the Grey. You know what I'm saying?
So
But he had a phenomenal fashion sense.
Yeah, but he's like wearing like more regal robes.
so
Uh,
so
very-
Gandalf the Mauve.
Yeah, more regal robes of purple and gold, a pair of wire rimmed glasses, and he's just like has a beard that only goes down to about like maybe his like around his chest, and he's like stroking it.
So from where we're at on the map, do I recognize any of these people? Since I grew up in the noble world?
Roll a history check. You don't recognize them. Like you haven't met them. Like your father was in the noble sort of like circles, but never enough to bump shoulders with these people. But you've heard about them. One second, I'm answering your text. but you've heard about them. Once as I get open my notes.
I don't trust them. I know this town. I don't like these people.
You recognize the man in the armor as Ambesh Farhazar, the kingdom's like like he's like the general of the kingdom's armies. The individual, the old man mage looking individual.
The Gandalf dude.
The Gandalf dude. You recognize him as Nalbeam, the High Court wizard. There are two other individuals of note: a wood elf woman, sort of like wearing sort of like hunting garb. Ooh, it looks like she came in, without care of looking regal or proper, and it's just wearing like the clothes she wore out on a hunt, and actually has like a quiver and bow on her back. You recognize her as Zenora. And the final individual is like a human, looks to be the youngest out of all of them. A human male with like sort of like black hair and rather like a white button-up shirt underneath a leather vest. You don't know his name, but you recognize the seal that he wears as the as essentially the individual of what's the word I'm looking for? Like he is the high, like the council to the high council to the king, runs all the day-to-day operations and essentially the treasury and stuff of the city.
Okay, so as I recognize these people, I'm kind of whispering all of these names to Okara as we're walking in. I'm like pointing
Okay.
them out. Like I'm trying to be subtle, but we all know how subtle Joe can be. So like instead of just like casually like flicking my eyes to the people, I'm like straight up pointing at everyone.
You definitely heard of
Okay.
him, Thea, as he has spent time at the school, but you would not have had any interactions with him. As you all walk in, Zenora looks about. It looks like these messengers are here. And it looks like only half of us are here, and the also lordly king is gone as well. And Nalbeam just strokes his beard. And it's always fun when the DM has to talk to himself. Then Nalbeam just strokes his beard, and he's like, "Everyone, people are busy. Though many don't have the expedient means of transporting long distances as you and I, Zenora. The four of us shall be enough to listen to the message. I'm sure we'll have a full council meeting sometime in the future concerning this." Ambesh turns around. "So, you are the individuals with information concerning the dragon cult that we received a brief message from the elven city of Balosor?"
Uh-huh.
That's us.
"Well then, impart the message." Now being just like sort of, "Oh, now. Introductions are in order. I am Nalbeam, the high proprietor of magic and magic study within the kingdom. There is Zenora, protector of the lands and leader of the huntresses. Ambesh, High General of the High General of the Kingdom's armies, and young shit. I forgot.
Young shit?
Young shit.
Young
I
shit.
put that in my notes.
I forgot.
Young shit.
I've lost. I've closed my notes, therefore I've
His
lost
nickname
his name.
now.
You, sir, over there. What's your name again?
Shut
Nope,
up.
it's in my notes as young shit now.
God damn it.
That's his bard name, young shit.
Yeah.
Young Elhir. The current advisor to the king in all his duties, here in his place, as he's off doing whatever it is he does. Elhir, looks at, just sort of like nods and like greeting. And you all are?
I'll step up first and I'm gonna pointedly look at Zenora. Be like, I'm Joe, and I am your biggest fan. Oh my gosh, my dad told me so many stories about you and the Huntresses, and you're awesome.
An outdated name. We accept all comers now. But I thank you for your enthusiasm.
Okay.
Joe's over there fangirling like a son of a bitch.
Blanton's just like, don't sound very thankful.
I'm gonna step up and be like, "Hello, I'm Okara," and I'm gonna look over at Zenora and give her a respectful nod.
A smile? Is that what you said? A smile, or did you say something else?
Oh, a nod out of respect, respectful nod.
Okay, she just simply nods. Her. What gifts have I returned to? She just she nods back and her eyes glance over to whoever's next to introduce themselves.
Just take a swig from my keg and say, Blanton.
See Signa in the background messing with a bag of chips, attempting to open it and eating it.
Did that sound? Ambesh, as others remain silent, Ambesh is like, very well. It seems as some do not wish to impart their names. That is fine. We don't care about that. All we care about is the information. Please divulge it. Zenora's like, I mean, it's true, but you don't have to call it out like that.
I stopped chewing on my chips and go, like, were you talking about me?
He doesn't respond, and he just looks upon the group, waiting for someone to talk.
No, okay. I go back to eating my chips.
Speaking of which, everyone roll a wisdom saving throw.
The fuck.
How many of these chairs are empty?
So of the 4 individuals here, there are 3 empty chairs, and one there are 3 chairs that match the other in sort of
Natural
style.
20.
Okay. Sort of.
Which works because I've got a +0.
Sort of they matches the others in the sort of style. So there are 7 chairs that match this very plain style, and 1 very regal chair that is left open.
I'm gonna go sit in one of the not so regal chairs and prop my feet up on the table.
I am going to stand at the wall.
I'm gonna drag a chair. I don't care what chair. It could be the farthest chair away and just scream.
I'm gonna stand back just a little bit.
Just stare at her.
Pulling a Will Smith and Men in Black.
Okay.
You want to get down on this?
Joe, Mendardis, and Natural 20. All of you feel a magic wash over you, and you are able to sort of force it off. Blanton, Okara, Thea, and Thrysis, you all feel the magic, and it takes hold. You're not quite sure what is happening, but like you watch as the you watch as Ambesh turns towards let's see here, turns towards Blanton's like, you, Blanton, you said your name was. Tell us this warning that you were sent to tell us.
And so I tell about the dragons and the tuning fork and the whole 9 yards and how nobody's listened to us up to this point, and I'm a little cranky about it.
All right. Is there anything you try to omit or lie about?
Not Blanton. He's going to lay it out on the table.
All right, fair enough. He nods, turns towards the other two, and Zenora is the first to speak. We knew that their activity in the south has spiked, but quite honestly, it's not our job to care about what happens with the southern kingdoms and their shattered political system.
It may not be your job to care about what happens, but we'll fucking care when the dragons show up here.
And now that they are here, it is our job to care. Thank you for imparting this knowledge. We will begin coming up with a plan of action. Nalbeam's just like, which one of you are magically inclined? His eyes lands on Mendardus.
I am trying to stay quiet and silent as possible.
I start making flowers in Zenora's hair.
I instantly point at Thea and go, she is too.
I have heard of young Praxis. Her brand of magical inclination is quite odd, but not the one I am looking for at the moment.
I snicker.
Young elf, are you capable of long distance travel? Be a short, brief amount of time.
No.
I see. So you do not have a possibility of making it here to the city should we desire you to at a short notice.
No.
Very well. Then, by means, we are to, until further notice, we ask for you to stay here in the city. You've had multiple encounters, as you said, from several dragons, and will more than likely wish to impart your knowledge, and perhaps request a favor or a job from you.
It's gonna cost you.
I'm sure the kingdom will be able to afford it.
Do we know that they put a spell on us? Do we
Oh
already
yeah,
see
you
it?
totally felt it. You totally felt it happen.
Okay. So I'm gonna look at them and be like, if you want a favor information, why would you put a spell on us? Why not just ask us? So if you want,
Zenora like brushes the flowers out of her hair that Joe put in, because we
Aww.
want. It's because this is our domain, and we have the desire to know whether or not you're telling the truth, and not just lying to us about what you desire and say.
well, in the future though, I'm okay with that, but I would appreciate you just letting us know you're going to do it. I mean, it's not like we're going to take off running or anything, and if so, you could catch us or whatever, but just didn't appreciate that.
Immediately, Signa takes off running.
And
You reach the
As-
locked
as
door,
the-
and you just like push it, like
as Okara says that, Blanton says it brings up a good point. Are we required to stay in the city, or do you request us to stay in the city?
That's a wonderful question. Nalbean says, by all means, you are more than welcome to leave. However, we'll have our ways of contacting you. It'll just be much easier on all parties should you stay until we deem that it is no longer necessary for you to remain around. Should you not mind, I plant at your place of residence, you could certainly place a circle that I could teleport to and pick you up, or a individual that I could teleport to pick you up in order to bring you to our side with relative ease if you must leave the city.
If we choose to stay, are you paying for our rooms in a nice little area?
Of course. We'll put you up for a couple of nights until we deem it no longer necessary for you to stay here.
Covering food and drink too.
Within reason, of course.
Your
Okay,
reason or
okay.
my reason?
Okay, well, what about just drink?
I stage whisper, we have unlimited alcohol.
So these are supposedly powerful wizards,
One is-
witches, warlocks,
One
correct?
is a powerful wizard. You're not entirely sure what the other two are.
So I asked them, is there anyone in town, yourself included, who would be capable of a powerful transfiguration spell?
Depends. What are you intending to charter?
Hold on, I'll post it in the chat to explain.
I'm just gonna casually think over my head if I want to cast a spell on these people or not.
Let's say I wanted Jack to trying to basically a He-Man's cat
Wow.
type spell, a transfiguration spell. I can make him to increase to the size of roughly a mount.
That would be a how big is Jag? Jag is a medium-sized beast. It would require that would be a enlarge or reduce spell. That's a relatively simple spell. However, its effects won't last forever. About a few minutes at least.
My thought was maybe a ring or something that I could, since I don't have any arcane magic myself, a stored spell that I could use once a day or so.
If I have to give it give a recommendation, Evda is often a wonderful individual. Such a you're a cringer. She works in the higher end districts, enchantments and magical items and stuff. Quite the worker.
Thank you.
So are we going there, Signa?
Yes.
Like you watch as El here. You watch as El here like steps up and writes. You watch as El here walks up and writes something and puts an official seal on it, and he hands it here. Here you are. Any inn from the merchant district down will accept that. We'll accept that as free board and room for the next 7 days. He holds out the paper, waits for someone to take it.
I take it. As they're doing this, I'm going to take the paper. Thank you.
He nods. We'll send a messenger to find you should you ever should we require your presence.
Mendartis, I think that would be thaumaturgy.
No.
Wouldn't prestidigitation, wouldn't that clear up the smell?
No.
Now, prestidigitation can make it smell.
Mm.
I'm going to walk out with the paper.
As you all are doing that,
How dare you?
Is circle. Well, So, it is. Thank you for this. We will more than likely call the rest of the council in and have a conversation about what to do and what to discuss.
I'm gonna follow Kay out.
You may
Dang
do
it,
as you see.
Thea.
within- Yeah, you may do as you see within the city until we call upon you again.
Are they noticing this at all?
They
Yeah,
are.
they
They
know.
are, in fact. Ambesh has like given you all disapproving looks. Zenora is like raising her eyebrows and like looking at Joe with a what in the hell?
I'm just
Oh,
gonna blurt
oh,
out. She
oh.
hasn't washed in a couple days. Ignore that smell.
So I'm already heading out the doors with Okara.
I'm a druid craft again, and hold on, let me make sure I can actually do this.
Signa pulls out his Axe body spray and make sure he's fresh.
So it says a harmless sensory effect. So that means I can like create something that looks like something, but it's not actually there, right?
Like it's like you could make a puff of wind, a flash.
Like, can I
of
make
light.
it look like snot's coming out of his nose?
You can make it feel like yes, not coming out of his nose.
No, I don't think you like. It's a sensory.
That's a sensory. It's
No.
touch.
Hey, if you can
I'd say that'd be more.
Look.
I'd say that's an effect. To make it look like snot is actually coming out of his nose and dripping, that'd be more of an illusion as opposed to.
No. He feels like snot is coming out of his nose.
Well, he'll feel that, but no one in the world will see it.
Yeah, but he's gonna start wiping at his face. Alright, I'm gonna just make it feel like it's gushing out of his nose.
Make him feel like poop is coming out of his butt.
So as all of this shenanigan
You are
is
not using the
going
right
on,
end, dear.
I'm going to ask the whoever's still at the table paying attention. That piece of paper, is it good for discounts at any of the shops besides room and board?
He blinks a bit. No, I've only signed it for free room and board at any of your current discretion, any inn or tavern within the merchant district down.
Just saying, as favored guests of the city, we should get some kind of discount at your at your blessing there.
If there were any city-ran shops, I would be more than willing to offer such a thing. However, all shops are done and owned independently and privately.
Oh, that's mighty capitalist of you.
What? Huh? That is that I was you threw me with that statement.
See with it, you're turning it off, you weirdo.
I'm not. Whatever.
I'm casting.
Can
a
you
spell.
hear me?
That I'm gonna start walking out the door with.
Why can't I hear you guys?
I'm gonna start cartwheeling out the door.
Roll an
I-
acrobatics check. What are you casting, Thea?
Expeditious retreat.
All right then.
Which I was already ahead of this party. I'm just gone. I'm
So
leaving.
God damn it! 11.
you
You turn it
less of
off.
a cart like you get to the cartwheel halfway, but the armor on you like you don't like fall on your face. You manage to catch yourself, but like the cartwheel doesn't succeed. You know what I mean?
What did you do?
Do anything.
It looks like this.
I can hear you through the thing.
I can't hear any.
You can't hear anything.
There we go. Now I can hear it. Okay.
Are you
So while
good?
everybody else is leaving awkwardly, Blanton's still just sitting in the chair at the table like he belongs and drinking ale.
So is
Oh.
Thea gone, or is she just up ahead waiting for us?
Well, up ahead, I assume.
Okay.
You left with her.
Yeah.
As everyone else starts to leave,
And then I just zoom. With
Zenora looks at you and is like, Are you not going to follow your party?
Yeah, chair's kind of comfy.
It's a high back wooden chair. I find that hard to believe. Well, what you do is up to you. However, we have much to discuss, and
I'm gonna peek my head back in the room and go, "Hey, Blanton, you wanna go find a whorehouse?"
I ask that you leave before I don't ask.
In the middle of them saying that and hearing Joe talk about the whorehouse, Blanton just gets up and walks away.
Oh, poor house.
Follows Joe.
All right.
And I take it, so me and you are going to that shop.
Air quotes, shop.
The magic shop.
Yeah, take me to the magic shop.
Really? We're gonna bring in Lollipop right now?
I'm just saying. Okay, so yeah, Blanton's following Joe to the whorehouse.
Okay.
Do we find a whorehouse?
All right. I mean, before we get to that,
Yeah, I have to go turn Jack into a big Jack.
I would like to ask where everyone is going.
I am going, well, besides the fucking heathens and the debauchery, I am going to go to visit a diva, or Edva, you know what I'm talking about.
Diva Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Livda.
Livda to see about a spell.
All right, who
to
is
see about a
following-
horse, really.
Okay, so we have two going to Livda's shop that you have yet to. So, anyone else accompanying them? Because I want to know who's going.
Sure.
And then we will
I'll go with them.
meet along.
No, we're dragging Thrysus to the whorehouse.
Nope, for sure not.
Yep.
I
You're
hope
like
you know-
Clockwork
No, you're gonna
Orange.
convert everyone.
We're gonna Clockwork Orange your ass in the corner with your eyeballs pried open.
Degenerates. You're trapped in here with me.
Okay, so we have three going to that. Who else? All right, so we have three going to the magic shop, two going to a whorehouse. What are the other two doing? Akara and Thea.
I'm actually gonna look at there and be like, should we go get the place to stay?
I had cast.
You cast speedy retreat, so that means you got out faster and are going somewhere faster. Where to?
I was gonna go to my old dorm in a fucking school that I fucking hate.
I mean, so you're heading back to the dorms are in the school, but having left, you assume that your room has been left back. But so you're going back to Fenderix. You're going back to Fenderix.
Yep.
If I see her go, can I cast Dash to catch up to her and take the letter, ask for the letter, so that I can go get us a place to stay?
Yeah, I mean, eventually the spell wanders off, and all Expedia's retreat does is give her a bonus action dash. So yes, you can. It's easier for you can catch up.
So I'm gonna catch up to her and be like, "Hey, if you're not gonna go, are you gonna go to a tavern to use the piece of paper, or what are you doing?"
Do you mind accompanying me somewhere after we go to the tavern?
Oh, where would that be?
A hellhole, but
Oh,
You have
this
to.
is
You have to
minor
tell me a
affair.
bit more. We trust
old
here
school.
in your old school. All right, let's go to the tavern, and then on the way, why don't you tell me why it's a hellhole? What's wrong? What happened?
they just a lot of bad blood between my magic and theirs.
Did you do something wrong, or did you do something to tick them off, or?
They tried to take my research and my own magic.
Okay, well, that sucks. What kind of research was it?
The same research that I got kidnapped for when you first met me.
Do we know what the research was, or has she not told me?
I have not told any of you.
Okay, so I'm going to ask what the research was. I'm not a magic person, so I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to steal or anything. I just was curious what it is. I mean,
I just like show her the cards. And let's go to someone else because they're going to be talking about that for a while.
Okay,
I'm
so
going
we'll start
to-
off with the magic group because that's So you eventually find yourself at a sort of like in the higher end merchant district. You see a like a multi like leveled store, wooden store with the sign outside called that says this.
I had a question real quick.
Shoot.
Is Theothraxis a different person from Theopraxis?
Yes. As far as you are
Okay.
aware.
I was going to say, are we sure?
Hey, Theopraxis. Are you Lord Sir Theothraxis?
That is the store name right there.
I like it.
Wow, nice.
You open the door and there's a like.
I thought you were just being a douche about my question.
No, that is the store name right there. How do you spell it?
Because I had just asked how you spell Lord the Sir Theothraxis.
Yeah, like that, exactly like that. And so as you walk in and you see like high shelves of like what looks to be magical items on display with little cards underneath it. But as you read in, it states this is a like as you like pick up a like as someone like picks up a spear or like a bottle. And you'll read on like the card underneath there's like a little disclaimer saying these are mundane approximations, item delivered upon payment. Eventually you hear like as the door opens a sort of like little rune lights up and lets out this little sort of spell like little low hum as if the place has been enchanted to do so, and you hear a loud curse. And does anyone speak Undercommon?
I do, but I'm not there.
You're not there, so
Nope.
all right. Well, you hear a loud curse in some language that you don't understand, and you hear like a female voice say, "Just a minute, I'll be there." And you turn around and you see that like some clattering, and eventually from the back area you see an ashen gray skin, pure white hair of a dark elf dressed in like sort of white and gold robes come out. I'm putting it in chat what she looks like. Decent approximation. So she steps out and is like putting out her robes, trying to look as regal as she can. How can I help you, sir?
Just terribly horrible looking. So I might have a challenge for your considerable magical skills.
Yes.
Can you not hear?
No, she says yeah.
Oh. Well, that was outside the game.
Oh, okay.
Jack, come here.
Right, he'll step up and she looks down. Is he trained?
He is very well trained. I would like to train him even further. I'm quite interested in a transfiguration spell that might turn him into a rideable mount or a animal of war.
Well, there are many transfiguration spells that exist that could fit the build that you are looking for him to become a mount, enlarge or reduce would be a spell that you would like to. It's a relatively simple spell. It wouldn't take too much to inscribe it. However, making him a creature of war, that is there are a number of things that I could do. I can make him breathe fire. I can make his skin stone or bark. All of which a number of different things. What are you looking for exactly?
Well,
He's a
so
cat. Why would you make him bark?
Like his skin as if bark. The stone skin
Thrices
and-
with the jokes.
the stone skin or
But real question though, if
Yes.
could you permanently enlarge
mm,
so we wouldn't have to cast the spell repeatedly on the
I
bobcat?
could. However, that would be much more expensive and much more time consuming than a temporary boost.
I'm not necessarily looking. I'm looking more for like to enchant an artifact, or a gem to hold the spell, which I could use to cast at will without expending any energy.
A simple.
it-
Go ahead.
If it, I am intrigued. I was thinking merely to just enlarge him, but if I could enlarge him and increase his durability, i.e., with the stone skin, as pointed out, barking might be counterintuitive to a feline.
The bark skin spell, as opposed to how it sounds, will not make him more susceptible to fire. Will just essentially make him a little bit more heartier. Essentially, what Barkskin does is increases their AC to 16.
Ah, but what does the stone skin do? And what would be the difference between the two enchantments?
Barkskin will increase his AC. Stone skin will make him resistant to piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing damage from non-magical sources.
Will bark skin be protective against magical sources then?
Well, it's his AC, like his armor class.
Ah, gotcha.
He'll make his armor class 16.
So what about a bark skin and a enlargement spell?
If you are looking for an item that essentially, when activated, will turn him into a battle form, to say, both Barkskin and Enlarge and Reduce are quite handy spells, and I can certainly, accommodate this. However, layering upon spells upon a magical magical item increases its complexity and will take more time. Not to mention, I am a wizard, and I'll have to bring a druid friend for the barkskin process, and she likes to up her prices to piss me off.
Do we have a druid?
Not one strong enough to do that yet.
Not one strong enough to cast barkskin, and not one strong enough to make enchantments. So she pulls out a piece of paper. So tell me, what exactly would you like for this item to do? We have enlarge and reduce and barkskin upon this list. She writes that down.
Yes.
Should I add stone skin to it, or would you prefer not to?
Give me the price for both. I would prefer roughly about an hour enchantment.
For I cannot extend. But I could extend the length of enlarge and reduce. However, it is easier for me to bring down the length of barkskin instead to increase the length of enlarge and reduce. For a minute of this battle form, currently you are looking about 100 gold for each spell layered upon. However, if you wish to increase it to an hour, it'll have to be 300.
And that will be at will cast, correct? Not just one use of an hour.
It'll be a battle form that'll last for as long as it is dictated, and then the artifact will need time to recharge.
I can do 250.
Roll a persuasion check.
First, I must find my d20. Oh, you don't know what that is, but 17.
17. She frowns like, I'm willing to compromise to 270 per spell layered. However, the price will increase or decrease depending on if you add more.
So the 270 includes the bark skin, the stone skin, and the transfiguration enlarge, correct? Well, enlarge or reduce, correct?
So, if you wish for it to be a minute, bark skin and enlarge and reduce this battle form will cost you 250.
No. You said
100.
an hour for 250.
No, I said 250 per spell. A minute, bark skin, a minute long, bark skin, and enlarge and reduce for a minute will cost you 250 total. For an hour long, enlarge, reduce, bark skin will cost you will cost you 550. And then prices will increase depending on what spells you wish to add.
How
Add
bad did you
in,
roll to make those spells go up?
Add in stone skin for 550 per an hour, and we'll call it good.
Stone skin. No, so you want to add stone skin to it.
So stone skin, bark skin, and enlarge for an hour for 550.
If I were to add stone skin, that'll bring up the price to 700.
550.
Roll a persuasion check. Because she's offering stone skin, she's offering enlarge and reduce for for 500, and so what you're doing essentially is asking for another spell for only 50 gold.
16.
Yeah, no. She rounds. No, like
How much gold do you have?
you'll have,
694 right now.
you'll have a significant amount of gold.
I have 97.
No. Well, you've missed a couple, but yeah.
You need to add.
Yeah, you need to add at least 485 gold, 11 silver, and 15 copper.
Yeah.
So we were at 550, right?
You're at 550 for 2 spells for an hour. I can add stone skin for
all 3 for 30 minutes for 550.
I can add stone skin, and if you want it for less time, I can decrease the price.
All 3 half hour 550.
Just so you feel good.
He's gonna punch him.
That's what I'm waiting on.
Roll another persuasion check.
No, that was a bad one. Let's do it again.
That's not how it works, brother.
No.
8 plus what? 9?
9? Oh, I mean, here, let me look at your character sheet to back up that claim. You are a half-elf, so your charisma is not bad.
Yeah, but it's just a +1.
Oh, okay. So 9.
Oh,
so
I thought he was saying that he had a +9.
No. 9 altogether.
She's like, look.
Hey, trolling that dick.
I don't see the benefit of riding this creature when simple she like begins searching for the word where simple horses and other things exist. However, I can give you this for 550. I can enchant this creature with Enlarge Reduce, Stone Skin, Bark Skin, and Dragon's Breath for a minute's time.
15 minutes at 650.
10 minutes.
12 and a half.
10 minutes is all I can offer. At the 10 minutes
What
is
is,
all I can
what, 10 minutes is like what, 100 battle turns?
Yeah,
it's a fuckload.
One
Yeah.
minute. 1 minute will last you through a battle. Like 1 minute alone should last you through a battle.
So 10 minutes for 550?
10 minutes for 600.
Ooh, you said 550.
I said 1 minute for 550.
Oh. $10 minutes, 600?
10 minutes, 600, and I will knock off one of the 4 spells I've offered.
Wait. Oh, so you won't do the Dragon's Breath?
If that is the spell you wish to be knocked off, then yes, I will not do the Dragon's Breath.
650 all of them for 10 minutes.
And at last, we come to an agreement that we can agree upon.
Alrighty.
She writes out a receipt for you. This is quite the complex item you have ordered. I will need at least a week to complete this. You will pay half now and half upon receiving the item that you've requested.
We're agreeing with 650, so 325. Oh, 694 minus
My
325.
brain hurts.
Deal.
She takes it and like puts down a small little what looks to be like a sucker, like a lollipop onto the table. Here you are. And I will get to work as and she also gives you a receipt. So she gives you the receipt that you will present to her within a week's time to receive your item. Give her
Gotcha.
half the gold now and half the gold later. And among that receipt is a what looks to be a candy lollipop. And then she hands it over to you.
Oh my. You never told me this was part of the deal.
It is something that it is a little something that I do on my off time. I give it to all my clients.
Somebody's gonna die.
What was the final agreement again? Like
650 gold for enlarge reduce, barkskin, stone skin, and dragon's breath for 10 minutes time.
Okay.
Well,
And it'll happen once a day, and then it'll need 24 hours to recharge.
Is that it?
Yep, that is the agreement.
So is that a long rest or what past the long rest?
It'll need until next dawn.
Okay.
If you use it one day, and if you use it like in the morning, and then you do a long rest, and then it becomes, because long rest is 8 hours, so it'll become like afternoon or evening. It will still not be able to happen until the next day has arrived.
So you could literally do it at like midnight or right before it's about to be dawn, and then do it again immediately after.
I mean, if you want to break the system, sure, but
I'm just saying.
Break it.
that is how the wording works.
While he was haggling that out, I was looking around for any kind of rare magical items, cloaks, rings, shoes.
Roll an investigation check.
Investigation,
13. You don't find much like the wording of a lot of things, sort of like, and after all the travel, you've just been like, I don't want to read something that long. You do find a dagger, and it says it is I guess it says the spell mage's dagger. Should you put the spell sword's dagger? Should you take a spell scroll and put it in this dagger? only a cantrip. If you put a cantrip spell scroll in this dagger, you will be able to cast that cantrip through the dagger. Even if you don't know the spell, you can cast the spell through the dagger, so long as the spell scroll is put in the dagger, and the dagger can hold up to 3 spell scrolls. All restricted to cantrip spells. Can't be anything higher.
Okay. Do I see any? You said I didn't see any cloaks worthwhile.
Nothing that you could find with that investigation check now. As soon as they're done, she signs it off, hands it over. Do you use the sucker now, or do you wait till later? Signa.
Say again. I was not paying attention. I'm trying to
What do
type
you do
out
with the what do you do with the candy that was given to you?
Oh, I am popping it in my mouth.
For so long as you are sucking on that candy, which it lasts for an hour, your walking speed is increased by 5 feet.
Ooh.
I'm gonna grab the dagger and walk up to her and be like, "How much is this? And then, do you have any cantrips scrolls lying around?"
She picks it up. About 100 gold. And for cantrips, I have plenty. Even if I don't have it, I can write it up for you. 50 gold per scroll.
For a cantrip scroll?
Costs quite a lot to print it onto paper. And should it be placed into that sword, should it be placed upon that dagger, the what's what I'm looking for? The scroll will not fade at all. It will persist so long as it stays within the dagger. And if you wish, I have the ability to impart that enchantment on a different type of weapon.
Do you have the ability to increase the spell level from cantrip to, like, say, first level?
I could work with it. However, if I were to do that, the number of times you could cast it would not be infinite, as a cantrip would be. It would probably be a certain amount of times a day.
While he's deciding, what is stone skin again?
Resistance against piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning damage from non-magic sources.
Resistance is half damage, right?
Yeah, so essentially, when he activates his ability, he'll rage, much like Joe does.
Rawr.
Ooh, that could be fun.
What about you, Thrices? Do you have anything that you want to do?
Yes, I do.
This is Drow.
I will ask her, do you sell diamonds for magical purposes?
Ah, yes, quite a common magical item. I do have, I wouldn't say a robust amount, but certainly a collection of diamonds. What are you looking for?
300 gold's worth.
I will look into my stock. She walks back as Mandardas has his thinking about, and eventually she does come back with 300 gold's worth and plops it down. Here you are.
I will take them.
She very happily takes the gold, gives you the thing, and provides you also with a sucker.
Oh,
So
much appreciated.
I'm gonna look at her and be like, "All right, so you said it's 100 for this dagger, 50 per
Yes.
scroll, correct?"
Yes.
So if I were to buy the dagger and 3 scrolls, could we do it for 200?
Roll a persuasion check.
Jack shit. 14.
14? She strokes her chin. Bulk order like that, I'd be willing to give you a discount.
Okay. So, I need a scroll for Thorn Whip, Spare the Dying, and what was the other one I wanted? And Poison Spray.
Poison spray. All right. She fills out the requests. It'll take me a bit to get spare the dying, as I am not a cleric, but she hands you the spells of Thorn Whip. Actually, I think Thorn Whip is a druid thing too.
Yeah, it is.
So I will end.
I am a cleric. Could I help with that?
Are you proficient in pressing magic into paper?
You could teach me.
Perhaps another time. However, I have quite the order with your two friends. But she provides you with the poison spray cantrip scroll and the dagger, along with the sucker as well. I will contact. It shouldn't take me too long to contact my contacts, and it'd be a couple of. It should be about maybe a day or two before I get those scrolls that you've requested.
Okay. And I'm just gonna take the sucker, just like Signet and right in the mouth, start chewing on it.
Yep. Walking speed increases by 5 feet, and she's like, if you like any of the so long as you are sucking on it, so it only lasts for like an hour.
Yeah.
But she's like, and if you are interested in any more of my confectionery treats, she waves her hand over to like a sort of like side thing where there's a bunch of different like little candy bits, and then there's this place where one thing that says free and says tricky treat sugar bombs, and they like look like little jack-o'-lanterns with smiling faces, and also in smaller print that says the owner of How Do You Spell It is not responsible for anything that may or may not happen to you from eating these treats.
Mandardus just grabs a handful and puts them in his pocket.
Okay. So I'd say let me roll something. All right, I rolled a d12. You have actually, I'll let you roll it since you pick it. Roll a d12.
D12. Okay. 8.
8. So you grab 8 of these little pumpkin-shaped treats with little glowing smiley faces. I am glad to have done business with you all. Do stop by when it's time for you to pick up your items and tell your friends. I like big spenders. Do you eat any of the tricky treats? Or do you just put them in your pocket?
I just put them in my pocket for now.
Okay. So, with that done, we will pop on over to the dynamic duo. Roll an investigation check.
Investigation.
Any one of you. Either both of you or one of you with advantage. Okay. 10 and a 5.
We are drunk and we can't find shit.
It takes you a bit. Unsure of where to go. However, you do find yourself in I wouldn't exactly call it red light district because I suppose that is
no
what
red
you.
lights.
I suppose that's what you'd call it. And
as real quick before we get there, as we're leaving, do I see Okara and Thea leaving? Because I know I stayed back a little bit.
You probably get because with how long you stayed back, you probably not catch them now.
Okay, so I'm gonna as I'm walking out, I'm gonna use thaumaturgy and to make my voice louder and start shouting Okara's name to try to find out where she went.
Roll. What's your passive perception? Actually, Who has the? Speaking of which, who has the earrings again?
I have one, I think.
I think Signa has the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. How long you've gone? Let me look up thaumaturgy. See how magnified your voice gets.
And I'm gonna go ahead and after he comes out, I'm gonna like throw him up on my back like piggyback, and we're gonna like
3 times louder.
he can go ahead and yell from up there.
You, Okara, you catch the faintest hint of what you think is Blanton's voice, magnified. What do you do?
If I hear it, I'm going to be like, I think Blanton's calling me, and I'm going to look at Kay and be like,
Thea.
good lord, I'm just hit me with that. Just Thea. I'm going to look at Thea and be like, I better go check on him, make sure he's okay.
They sound drunk.
Well, I gotta check on him. He's my best friend.
What the hell am I, chopped liver?
You are too, but he's calling me.
Actually, your sliced kidney.
I'm gonna look around to see if there's any like shops in the area we are.
Nothing incredibly robust, but there are a couple of shops. Yeah. Actually, no. This is how far off would you have gotten from? No, if this is right when you're all walking out, there wouldn't be any shops. No, you're just now leaving the Royal District, passing by all the different estates and many gaudy-looking houses.
I'm gonna stand right here. You can go back, and I will half promise you I won't leave.
Okay, and again, we'll definitely take care of this, and I just want to make sure he's okay, and I'll meet up with you in a bit. Or
I
we all
hand her the
will.
letter.
Thank you.
All right, so you head back. You eventually make your way back to Blanton and Joe.
Like, are you guys okay? Somebody was calling. You were calling me.
And with thaumaturgy still on, because I don't know how to turn it off yet, I yell really loud, "We're going to the whorehouse! Want to come with us?"
Oh,
And I'm just
Sure.
thinking, whorehouse, 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 whorehouse.
A lot of like you
I'm
see a
gonna
lot
use
of-
thaumaturgy to yell, degenerates!
yeah, because you guys would be nearby this too. You watch as like a couple of like doors are opening and looking down at you like, huh?
We're just disrupting this entire city.
Exactly.
Kind of what we
as any
do.
adventuring party would.
We got this.
Hey, at least we're not murder hobos.
Yeah.
Yet.
With how often you
That's a fireball little city.
If we'd have caught the Joker with the mage hand, I think we would have been.
so
That's on recording now.
Yeah.
I cast minor illusion to make like a very soft lullaby sound in my ears. And with that, I'm going to change my robes into something that looks much more regal.
Ah, you bitch.
Where'd he go?
I was willing to let Trogdor stay until the dick happened.
I didn't add the dick. I just
I
put
did.
Trogdor. Oh yeah, and you call me the degenerate.
Hey, I am not my character. My character called them degenerates. Real me is probably a degenerate.
So do you follow them, Okara?
Yep, let's go to the whorehouse. Let's see what this is
Okay.
about.
Whorehouse, whorehouse,
About
whorehouse.
that.
All right, since it's getting close to ending, we'll pick up Kay's adventure to the thing next time. But since this shouldn't take too long, because
Shouldn't.
Speak for yourself, bitch.
But we have
we'll
like
do this.
30 minutes. I don't know.
It is 10:30, 11:30 for others. So you guys, it takes a while, but I'd say with Okara leading your drunken butts, it takes you get a little bit. You find yourself in what would be considered the red light district, and find yourself like roll a d3 for me, or just roll a d6 and divide by 3. 2, 3. What?
2.
Wait, what?
Just
I'm
the-
very
like-
confused.
all right. So that would be 3. Okay. So you
Do I
guys.
need to do that too, or are we
No,
good?
it's just depending on which of the whorehouses you find yourself at.
Oh, I
Sweet.
thought we were going to have to share half a whore
I
there.
wouldn't exactly say, or the brothel is what I mean to say, where you meet ladies of the night.
Okay.
Excuse me and gentlemen.
Yes.
For your delicate senses, just say house of ill repute.
I just find saying that quite rude. Anyway, so you find yourself at a sort of like a three like a wooden inn like structure of 3 layers, and it is it has the picture of a rose, and but there's also like that, the stem of the rose circles the bright red flower, and you see little little pricks, the thorns of the rose, and each like in the rose's thorns are dripping blood, and the title of the place is called the Rose and Thorn.
We enter.
If we were monetized, we'd be demonetized at this moment.
Oh yeah, we would, instantly.
So you enter, and there is a sort of like little reception area, and behind the counter is a like sort of like half asleep, half elven boy, like not boy, but like sort of like 19-year-old. He's like, like as you enter in, he like wakes up. He's like, he looks outside, and it's not night yet, but it's like like afternoon going into like going into nighttime, but still afternoon. He's like, bit early for some hello.
Whorehouse, whorehouse, whorehouse.
I'm not really looking for some hello. I'm looking for some action.
Anything in he's like, Joe's just like chanting, he's like trying to block it out. Anything in particular?
Do you have any hot guys?
Not all of our employees are here, so I can not so many decide to work so early in the morning, but so early in the day. Before
I'm gonna
nightfall.
put 10 gold on the counter and go, who's your best?
I mean, for our best, and honestly, he sort of like shrugs. That's a matter of opinion, really, isn't it? The best. I mean, I could give you certainly the individual who I could offer you the individual who's most popular, but she's not here right now. But at the same time, I'm not quite sure what side of the fence you're on, if in fact you straddle it.
Oh, she'll straddle it.
I just do like the finger guns at him and like.
That do you have any idea of how little that narrows it down for me?
I don't care. Let's just go
So-
for some fun. Who are your most adventurous people?
Adventurous? Well,
Like no butt stuff.
well, I mean, when one of the mistresses decides to do
What
things,
about the butts?
they just do it. What are you looking for?
To have a good time, of course.
All right. Well, I will just throw something at the wall and see what sticks.
I'm down for that too.
It is 3.
I throw Blanton at the wall. No.
It is 3 gold for an hour.
You have 10 gold in front of you.
All right. Is this just for you, or are you paying for your friends too?
Oh, are we all here?
Yeah, all 3 of us are.
Yeah.
Well, you, me, and Okara are here.
Yeah, fuck it. You keep 1 gold for yourself and
All
I'll
right.
pay for everybody. We'll
He
have
sweeps.
fun.
He sweeps it up, and he's like, an hour for each of you. Once again, is there anything that anyone would prefer, or am I just simply saying just go to the rooms?
So,
I'd like a gentleman that knows his way down under, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes, I do. Very well.
Blanton
turns-
takes a swig and says, dwarf, female, busty, bigger the better.
Ah. I sure do love to see individuals expanding their horizons. And he turns to Okara.
Do you
Ouch.
do you have a? I'm looking for a very attractive male, preferably a half elf.
Aren't we
Mhm.
all, honey?
And I will see what I can get for you all. Now, rooms 1, 2, and 3, respectively. And he gets up and walks away.
As he's walking away, I'll be like, the dwarf part is negotiable. The biggins, not so much.
All right. So you all each depart to
Our DM hates us.
a room where you all. It is a generally decent room where you all sit and wait until eventually Joe, the door opens, and a individual in a male.
Come
What's
on,
the
go
word?
ahead, describe him.
A male high elf in silk robes. It's like tied back, platinum blonde hair, steps in, and he closes the door and he says, I heard that you were down for adventuring. He snaps his fingers and darkness fills the room.
Shit!
Literally fade to dark as we let Joe imagine what happens.
I'm blind!
Mm.
As the individual performs acts accompanied with magical intent. For Blanton,
Tell me more, tell me more.
No, that's all you're
Does
getting.
he drive a car?
That is all you're getting. Blanton, a door opens up. A dwarven woman dressed in a simple, nightgown attire opens the door, holding 2 vast things of beer, slams it behind her, and she's like, "All right, let's get started." Fades to black.
Blanton says, I got you for an hour, so that's at least 10 times. Let's get going.
Awkward.
Okara, the door opens and a half elf does enter. Not quite the half elf you were thinking, though. Ashen gray skin, pale white hair, and incredibly crimson eyes as a half drow enters in, and he sort of like has like this high, he holds himself a little bit proud and highly and smooth, ashen skin as he enters in topless and just like wearing a pair of like loose pants. He closes the door behind him. He's like, you asked for someone kind. And fade to black.
We really
Sounds
gotta
like
work
he needs
on
some
this.
cocoa butter.
No. What do you mean, no, we're not going to work on this? There's nothing to be worked on. I am not describing actions. You
This
are
is
more
no
than welcome.
fun.
You're more than welcome to think of it on your own, but I am not.
I mean, I can
describing-
write you a detailed essay if you'd like.
I am not describing actions that are being
Oh.
done to
But then the sex happened, and
It
we
was
all know how
glorious.
the sex works. Yes. The sex. I think we have the sex.
That is also a very decent approximation as to why I'm not describing. However, my embarrassment aside, the many moral reasons I am not deciding to describe it is also there.
When you say
Touched
half
the
drow,
thing with his stuff, and it was amazing.
Touch the butt.
And with that, with these two, with the trio, with the first trio buying a set of magical items, the second trio buying
a set of magical items.
I was about to say a set of magical experiences, but and one going off to a magical location is where we shall end for tonight.
yeah, when you said half
Look, I
drow, though,
made
you had me concerned.
confetti.
I thought Vinal was walking.
Well, no, yeah, no. It is a completely different half drow. I like half drows. I find
I
them
do
very
too,
fun.
I like a different form of half drow.
Out of all like the elves, I certainly find drow the most attractive on the scale.
Oh, really?
I mean, yeah. in terms
Like
of-
that
Tell us-
dark meat, we know he
tell us
passes out
more.
during Thanksgiving.
Hey Joe,
Yes.
look at your DMs.
Look at my DMs. Shit. I have to find DMs.
Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed tonight, even though it was
No.
very kind of uneventful.
They were pleasant and thrilling.
Someone that likes
It
spiders.
was all that I hoped for.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry for anything along that lines.
A fucking minute.
Like if it.
It's okay, I accept. See, look, I even gave you confetti.
Mm,
You all are nuts.
You
I don't-
signed up for this.
I know I didn't. In fact, I don't know why you all have the have the belief that I am going to
You will come out of your shell eventually.
describe. I'm not. I'm not. That is a shell that I'm very happy wrapped in. I'm fine with.
You will be out of it eventually.
I am fine with what's the word I'm looking for? Getting comfortable and talking about
The penis
I just
and the vagina.
just
you
life.
had
in
more
general.
description for Blizzard
The birds
and
and the bees.
Scarlet Spider.
Well,
I'm
when
just saying.
well when me and when me and the main gang play, we've been playing for 3 years. I am more than happy, and I find it very funny to explain how Blizzard wound up tied up by the Drow Mistress.
I'm just going to put it out there. We've all been doing this sex for more than 3 years, so you're not going to tell us anything new.
Look,
Yes, we have had the sex. I have had the sex all the time.
well, yes.
I know what it's like.
I am not
And that's why
saying
Please do talk about the sex.
I am not saying that any of you that I would have been telling you anything that you do not understand. However, I feel it unnecessary for me to describe imaginary
Did you hear what
sexual
I said?
actions to the woman that is married to a sergeant first class of my unit, as well as
I
two
know who you're
individuals
talking
who are
about in
married
the
as well.
game. She's Josephine.
Sigma's a sergeant first class. Did not know that.
Yeah.
I feel like I have.
Am I
feel like-
making you uncomfortable?
Quite so, yes. I feel like that's a line that I am not willing to cross.
Then my job here is done.
If you're a white guy, you might be able to blush.
Damn, that's racist.
Well, Okar will have a big smile. She's having fun with that drow.
You are more than welcome to imagine the actions that have been done.
When the wall is shaking.
I am not explaining. Shut.
Imagine them with the penis and the vagina.
I'm just gonna be over here.
I'm almost certain they
touch.
touch somehow, but not quite. Like I don't know what the.
Fucking, is it in yet?
I'm just gonna rub this around the outside. If that's okay.
It's almost in.
I am more than certain that should the time come for
Might I please
that
leave my
happen,
boxers on and just
it'll be a
push it through the
disastrous-
hole and
disastrous mess. You just lay next to each other and then you go to sleep. That's how you get pregnant, right?
yes.
That's how you make
Upon touching hands.
Have you not read my backstory?
I mean, I have, but it's been a minute.
That Joe's mentor essentially told her that if she ever has sex, she's gonna get pregnant and die.
Well, I'm sure. Haven't you had? Didn't you have a night with the half elf at
Yup.
Anyway,
You bet your bottom dollar.
I feel like there is no need for me to explain. There is no need.
That is correct.
Oh, gross.
No need.
1742.
I mean, I'm just
Anyway.
saying. If
I
that's not
hope
what
you
a
all-
dwarf looks like naked, I don't know what it does.
Alright, I'm gonna go to bed now.
Yeah, I hope you all have a good night. Sorry if tonight wasn't any good of a game.
No, it's
Fantastic.
fun.
Fantastic.
Are you kidding me? We
Yeah.
got to go to a whorehouse. It was fantastic.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
we got Jack made into God mode, so it's even better.
Oh yeah.
Jack's battle mode will certainly be something to see. Anyway,
I'm just glad we got to roleplay. That was fun.
Yeah, it
I
was.
bid you all a good night, and I will see you next Thursday.
See you.
All right. Night.